And hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL in the Trenches. It is the Frontline Prediction League in the Trenches. Frontline League on Twitter and on this YouTube channel. Like, favorite, and subscribe. All that fun stuff. It is your co-host, Scott. Joining me, as always, is BeerMe. How are you, BeerMe?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. I know the running joke is I'm tired. And I am, but I'm actually good. I've been feeling like the last day or so in like a second or third gear. I don't know, like it's not second wind. That's long gone. But
Right.
no, to follow up from last time when I like really busy at work, that hasn't stopped at all, and it's been consistent and looks like we'll be continuing for another week and a half. But that's when you just like nose to the grindstone and go. So that doesn't make any sense. But you know what I meant. It's just Thankfully, this will be a quick trenches because there's no show to recap. There's nothing from this weekend for us to talk about. It's just Death Before Dishonor and SummerSlam and stuff coming up, and that's it. So we'll be in and out pretty quick. So just want to say that we've got a couple new profiles if you go on the site. If you go down to our links into the Discord, some of those new guys that signed up that are staying around from Forbidden Door, thank you again for that. You will see profiles added in there. GMSG's been on that one. If you listen to the Top of the Card podcast, Top of the Card pod, on Twitter, and it's available on Spotify and on the Google Store, I found as well, and iTunes and all that stuff for your podcasts. You will not hear BeerMe. He was absent. And GMSG probably should have been too because he had no frickin' voice, and it's gotten worse today. But we talked about a lot of stuff on that last night. BeerMe missed it, so BeerMe's been jonesing to talk about some wrestling, and it's our fake stuff. So, yeah, the stuff we've been doing for, what? It's over a year and a half now, right? It was January 1st, 2021.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the year and a half mark hit. I just realized that. I think we kind of said like it's coming up with the end of June, but we're closer to 2 years than we are to one. Because we're over that half point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah. So, Death Before Dishonor. Why that's weird is it's in July, and it's throwing us off because that's normally September, and it's awkward and funky, but it should be a fun card. We're looking forward to it because our main event, I'm presuming it is now that I realize, is Honor Club with Rate Wrestle and Alexander McKennedy versus The Exchange, RGX, and Smooth Rock. We will discuss this in more detail next week. I'm just running through the card as we go because I have no matches to announce for it, and you don't either, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so we're just going to go through these real quick. FBU versus La Familia, CJ Hawk versus James Black, Infinity versus The Antidote, Jonathan C.T. Martin, Mr. Money in the Bank versus J Mac, Dakota Alfine versus Two of the Strays, Cam Popplestone versus Lexi Briggs versus Modstep, Bane the Bissa versus Dion Blade, Dakota Alfine versus Annex Asylum, that's a long name with Hiroshun Moses, and Captain Krulex Blackquill versus short names Kier 1 and Payne. The Brits versus Matt Zion and Rab, and then the pre-show there. You'll notice a bunch of tag matches. Yes, it's a house show, but we're keeping that tag division running, as always. SummerSlam comes up after that. And SummerSlam, if I go over here to our logos, and I go find the right screen, because that was not the right screen, and I click on this one to get the right screen, there we go, with that awesome logo with CJ Hawk, with the FPL World Championship, facing Bastion, the two-time champion, who had it taken from him. It was on the screen there also already. We've got the main event, as mentioned, with, again, awesome graphics by CT, using a bit of a kind of twist on an old program, but also using some of the carnival-type stuff that SummerSlam does. I know it's a lot of like Vegas-themed stuff, but we're doing our thing, and we got that stuff, and yes, I got a video coming. CJ Hawk versus Bastion for the world title. Must-see Good Guys versus Match of the Night for the tag titles. Tino versus District Cyrus in the North American final. We have an updated graphic coming for that, just so you guys know. Dakota Alfine versus Annex Asylum, and then a bunch of question marks. So bear me. I'm going to scroll back up, because we got SummerSlam to announce. I got two, you got two. I'll announce one of mine, because I'm pretty sure you have a title match, as do I. Let's do those after. First off, right. I've got Dion Blade one-on-one with James Costner.
Oh, all right.
Let me say that again. That is Dion Blade versus James Costner.
Not Black.
No.
Costner.
Costner versus Blade at SummerSlam. Yeah, I'm hyped for that, actually. After all the stuff we've seen and how kind of good they were together and stuff, kind of it's splintered. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be good. That's going to be fun. What do you think about that one?
I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's going to be a really good match. We'll see. We'll see who the better man of the antidote is.
Really see how things shake down. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like Dion's kind of like he's there but not. It's a thing because the character chat we've seen him kind of splintering off, almost like Bane did. Honestly, he just kind of like walked. So interesting seeing like all these factions where people really are like coming together and they break and reconnect and all these things, and then someone just outright leaves and strides off into what they hope is success. Like going solo is something I did back in the JRPL for the longest time. I refused factions, and then I've made my own because, yeah. But the lone wolf is cool. So Dion Blade is a lone wolf. Costner kind of in his own way. It would be in a sense, but we're getting there. But Bane the Bissa, RGX is always in that sense, but he's part of a faction. There's some power players making some moves right now. So yeah. What's the match you've got to announce though, BeerMe?
I've got a fatal 4-way. I got Tristan Bonham. I got the new guy who's just been taking on all these heavy hitters.
Yep.
He'll be taking on Casey Warden, who will also be taking on X, and also be taking on BJH Bowman.
See, you got that name finally. It's a tricky one, right?
It is a little bit. I had to take a double look at it.
Yeah, that is basically just let's. It's partly get guys on the card, but also in a position with a match of prominence that will elevate. We've done the 4-way early on the main card situation before on things like Mania and SummerSlam, and it can skyrocket someone, or they falter, and we see what happens from that. So it's for us, it's tried and true. So we're gonna see who comes out of that one. It's like I said, the new guys like Tristan, but people have been around like Casey and X. And then BJH Bowman, who's honestly that in between. So it's a good launching pad, I think, for this. We should call it that, the launch pad 4-way or something. To brand those, like AEW would have their Eliminator Challenge and stuff like that. We should call it the launch pad or something. Yeah. We'll figure that one out. But who's your early pick? Just right now. I'm thinking Tristan, just out of craziness.
Yeah. Give me Bonham.
Yeah, I think that's who I'm kind of leaning towards on that. But all right. Time for some title matches. I've made him wait an extra week. Smooth Rock, the Canadian champion. Here's your match. Smooth Rock is defending the FPL Canadian Championship against the man he went to a no-contest draw with, Sebastian Escobar. And JJ Rocky in a Watson Rules triple threat. Now, I know what you're saying. Why is it a triple threat? Well, kind of looked at it and realized that can work. We did one before, and it wasn't a complete problem, and we kind of lucked into one with the tournament. We saw another one. We can run with that. We can make this work. And if you don't win, you don't win. You get no contest. That's that. Oh. Like, you got to beat the champ.
Plus,
right?
there'll be a lot of matches. It's
exactly.
SummerSlam.
Exactly.
So it's not going to be like 5 matches. It'll probably be like 10.
It won't be a common thing. It won't happen a lot, but JJ Rocky's earned that way up. The tournament has everybody else that kind of went there. And I'll be honest, if someone was in the tournament and lost on the way, we didn't really look at them as a contender because they didn't even make it to the right. Like, not yet. We'll reposition and we'll get things in like 4-way and stuff like that. But Escobar did have that no contest. And let's see what happens here. And, I mean, if he loses, it's going to be rough. It's a rough one there. So, Smooth Rock, there you go. It's Smooth Rock defending against Sebastian Escobar and JJ Rocky for the Canadian title. I'm not going to pick anybody right now because I'm going to think about that for next time. That's still a couple weeks out. But I know you've got a title match, though, BeerMe, right?
I do. I have an FPL American Championship Elimination Tables hardcore match.
Here we go.
It will be our American champion, the Terminator, Broken Nerd.
Yep.
He will be taking on the Wolf of the Family, the Alpha Dog, and also will be taking on the guy who does do work to get up to these title matches. Josh Dionio.
Yep. Last time,
I really like. I'm intrigued in this match.
yeah,
Very intrigued.
JD has fought tooth and nail back into this position. Can't be denied. This is where it is. I mean, if he loses, he'll fight his way back. Like, he's one of the more resilient and proven ones to be able to bounce back. Absolutely. The Broken Nerd is the Terminator, like 100%.
Yeah.
Alpha Dog. Let's go. Like, yeah. That's awesome.
What's kind of crazy is
I love it.
It's like my main story right now is just FU trying to get all this gold and Bastion trying to get his title back. But like at the end of this night, you could have Sebastian Escobar as the Canadian champ, Alpha Dog as the American champ, and oh my god! And then Detrick Cyrus is like, well, looks like we got to have a war in the family because he's going to be going after somebody.
Yeah, and it's one of the two. He gets to pick. He gets to pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that title shot will happen next. Like, he doesn't get to wait. Like, it's like scheduled.
Right.
It's not that you pick for later. So yeah, I want that. That's the best.
Part of me kind of wants to see that. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The table stipulation is a fun kind of gimmick way to make it where, not that it needed believable, but you can see Alpha Dog positioning people to fall through tables. Like, I can see that manipulating and stuff like that. I can see the story already with that. He's kind of my dark horse in this, and I like it.
Because he's in there with he's in there with Nerd, who's like a big dude. He's a Terminator, and then you have JD, who's also a big dude, and then you have Alpha Dog. It's more like the high flyer type. So
I think what the characters, James Storm, Samoa Joe, and Ray Phoenix are the characters, right? So yeah. I like Alpha Dog in this. I like him a lot in this. I know he's like been denied and trying to get through and proven, but you know what? This is it. This is that opportunity. Doing very well. Let's go. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. We'll talk more about who you think's going to win, but is that kind of your dark horse pick, Alpha Dog?
Yeah.
It's an upset, but only because it's against Nerd and JD, right? Like
I said, it would be pretty cool if for some reason if Bastion wins and doesn't get cashed in on, and we keep the gold, and then then La Familia has all the other gold.
Wait, what was that? What was that part about keep the gold?
Keep the gold. You got to keep the gold. You can't lose it. Yeah,
no,
it would be interesting to see two factions just have all the titles.
Not gonna lie, that does sound pretty. Yeah, that I like that actually too. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're facing it for not Forbidden Door. We're facing that Death Before Dishonor, so be a good tune-up match.
Yep. No, it's a lot of fun stuff coming up. It's going to be insane. We've got, after all that, obviously Clash at the Castle, and I can actually show off our fun banner here. You can see on the screen, but there it is there. Bane the Abyss is already on it because we used the Drew McIntyre with the sword, but filled everything else in. Also, thank you, Ash, for also being on it. I think he's Roman Reigns, right? So, yeah, that worked out well from the actual one. But CT filled in the Brits. So they're on the sword. It's fun. It's cool. And then, yes, that's from England. And then the day after is All Out with Tino again on the poster. We had him and Nerd last time.
Tino time.
It's Tino time. He's still like involved in this. It's great to see. So,
yeah,
good to see the interest still there a year later. I mean, he did our theme song for Top of the Card. So, okay. But yeah, we've got All Out, we've got Clash, and then there's Bound for Glory coming up. There might be, just everybody knows, there's nothing in August right now. There might be an NXT in August. We're aware of this.
Yeah.
We're planning for this. We'll see what happens. But otherwise, Bound for Glory is the only other Impact show. All Out, presumably Full Gear in November. Who knows if there's Final Battle in December, because they moved Death Before Dishonor from September to July. There was no Best in the World, so who knows what they do with that. I truly don't know, so we have no idea what the other ROH ones will be, but presumably they're going to keep going, because they just did one, right? So that, no reason to not know, but that's even more up in the air. And then, Crown Jewel is, I think, November 6th or something like that, and then Survivor Series later in the month. December's out in the open again. Probably TLC somewhere, but that might be floating around. Extreme Rules and Bound for Glory on the same day, so we'll see how that goes, because we're doing them both. Yup. We'll figure that one out. But yeah, that's all we got for now. That's nice and quick, BeerMe. We're at 15 minutes. I guess we can call it there, right?
Yeah.
I got nothing else. No, really, we got nothing. There's no show to recap next time. There's no show to preview because we'll just do that then. It's better that way. So, yeah, I guess we'll call it there. Anything else you want to say to anybody, BeerMe? Not that there's any promo or anything to do, but
no. But I want to thank everybody for listening, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, it's it's top. I did it last time too. It's Top of the Card Pod. That's the podcast one. This is Frontline League, Frontline Prediction League, Frontline League on Twitter. This YouTube channel as well with the Discord down below. You can go in there and you can follow along with stuff like live event where Impact is happening and see people talking about it, or New Japan because that's kicking up now and there's lots of stuff in there about what's going on. There's the character chat for stuff going on, and Bastion put a promo in there. What? You saw that, right? Bastion did a promo. What's
Hawk wanted to talk to him,
and he got him.
Right. Yeah,
like okay, sure.
Let him know.
So yeah, that stuff's in there. Go check that out, guys. It's a lot of fun. Of course, go read the write-ups. Go see what happened to Forbidden Door and all the craziness there. Money in the Bank, one of our more fun write-ups, I feel personally, that we've had in a long while. Not that they're all bad, but that one was super fun. That was great. But yeah, and also the one thing to remember here as we close up on 20 minutes is with Extreme Rules coming up, there will be a lot of stipulation matches on that. We're probably going to load that one up like crazy, just so everybody knows. But All Out, as always, and Bound for Glory. And if there is another, like Full Gear, obviously, but if there is another ROH, those are the house shows. That's where you can really make some story beats happen. That's going to be some good key stuff to build towards, Survivor Series. So if there's plans for that, and then you can build toward your stories there. We actually just got something coming up towards Clash and All Out and stuff. Hit us up with that. Let us know the story ideas you've got because those are coming up. We haven't booked All Out yet. We got SummerSlam. Stuff's coming. But these house shows are the real key spots to do that stuff and do the story beats that aren't, they're quite the same because we can hit them in there. Let us know. Give us those ideas. Give us that stuff. We will run with that for you guys. It's just fun. It's what we want to do and have fun with it because it's more fun when you guys are like, yeah, that turned out awesome. And yeah, that's just better. We want to have everybody enjoying this stuff. So absolutely. So BeerMe, we'll call it there. It is still under 20 minutes. It's under 18. So that's good to go. Thanks again, everybody. Again, not top of the card. Frontline League. Have a good night.